Okay guys, so we'll take a look at All New Materials by Periphery. This one is in drop C tuning, so on a 6 string it's CGCFAD. Let's just jump right into the intro riff. So this riff repeats with distortion as our main riff throughout the song, but right now we just have it nice and clean. We start off on this chord positioning here with our first finger on the 2nd string of the 10th fret, our middle finger on the 4th string of the 11th, and our pinky on the 3rd string of the 13th. Okay, so we do down and then 5th and 4th strings, but with palm muting on there. So down, palm muted, and then down again. And then we drop our 3rd finger down onto the 2nd string of the 12th fret and do an upstroke. And then we bring our 1st finger over to the 9th fret, 5th string, and we do the 5th, 4th and 3rd strings together in one stroke. Then we do down, up, down of the 5th string, followed by the 4th string, the 3rd string, the 1st string, and the 2nd string. Okay. Next we move that same chord positioning, so let me try and remake that there because I took my fingers off. And then we slide that up to the starting on the 4th fret with the 1st finger, and then the 6th, 7th and 8th fret with the exact same finger positioning. So that goes similar to before, so down, palm muted 2 strings, down again, up like before, and then down with the palm muting, down again, up, down, and then over to the 2nd fret. So we have our 1st finger on the 4th string, our middle finger on the 2nd string, and our pinky is all the way over on the 3rd string of the 4th fret. So that's down, palm muted bit, down, up, and then we move 2 of our fingers over to bar the top 3 strings on the 4th fret. Okay, so that's our middle finger and our 3rd finger. Okay. After that, we drop those 2 fingers down to the 5th and the 4th strings on the 4th fret. Our 1st finger goes onto the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and our pinky goes down on the 2nd string of the 4th fret as well. And then we pluck 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, we shift our 1st finger over to the 4th fret and bar the 5th string downwards. And then we strum the 5th and the 4th strings and hammer down with our 3rd finger on the 4th string. So that's our hammer. We do a kind of palm mute, downstroke of the the 5 strings, but we also add in our middle finger on the 2nd string of the 5th fret. And then we do 2 down strokes, lift our finger, and do 5 strings again. So after we do those down strokes, we do a pinky to slide from the 7th to the 9th fret on the 2nd string. And then our first finger plays the 1st string on the 5th fret. And then we go back to that 2nd string on the 9th. Whoops. Then we play the 3rd string on the 6th fret. And the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Okay, and then we repeat this again with some slight differences. Okay, so we're doing the exact same riff as before with a couple of changes. So we start off in the same chord shape, but this time instead of going 3 down strokes with the palm muting or whatever, we do 1 down stroke, and then we put our 3rd finger on the 1st string of the 12th fret, and we do 1, 2, 3. And then we go into the same shape as we did last time and do 5th string, 4th string and 3rd string with 1 strum. And then we do down, up, down and onto the 4th string. Kind of like before, except this time we don't do the 3rd string. Instead we do 2nd string, 1st string and then 3rd string. Okay, so that goes like this. Oops. Then we do the same as before. No changes there. Same with this. So all of that is the same. Except this time to end it, we don't do this. Instead, what we do is we bar the top 2 strings, so the 1st string and the 2nd string. We bar them on the 4th fret with our 1st finger. Then we do 1st string, 2nd string, middle finger goes down onto the 5th fret, 2nd string. And then our pinky reaches over to the 2nd string of the 7th fret. And then we do 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string on the 1st fret. Just kind of roll that bar over, or you can just bar them from the start, the top 3 strings. But that's how that goes. And then the first time that ends, we just jump straight back into our same pattern as before, the first time round, except this time it has all the distortion on it. And then when we do the distorted riff all the way through, back to, then we jump into our, would it be the first verse or the chorus? Okay, so we begin this part on the 7th fret on the top 3 strings, so we bar this with our index finger. Then we slide with our 3rd finger from 9 to 11 on the 4th string. And then we place our index finger down on the 3rd string on the 9th fret. Then we do 10 to 11 on the 2nd string with our middle and pinky fingers. And then we do the open string on the open 1st string. Okay. The next part is we jump up to the 11th fret and do that same bar of the top 3 strings. And then we place our 2 fingers on the 3rd and 4th strings of the 13th fret. And we do 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 1st. Excuse me. Okay, bit of a squeeze to get them in there. Then we jump right back down to the 7th fret and do the same again. Except this time, after we do the 10th on the 2nd string, instead of going to the 12th on the 2nd string, we go to the 1st string. So 12 on the 1st string and back to 10th on the 2nd. Okay. After that, we jump up to the 10th fret. This time we do the same bar, and then we do 12, 1st string, 12 on the 3rd, 1st string open, 12 on the 3rd, 12 on the 4th, 2nd string open this time, and back to 12 on the 4th. Oops. Okay. After that, we jump down to the 5th fret this time, and we do the same bar, and then we slide from 7 to 9 on the 4th string. Then we do 7 on the 3rd string, 8 on the 2nd string, 10 on the 1st string, and then 7 on the 2nd string this time. Okay. Then we go to the 8th fret with the bar, and we do we have our 1st finger on the 10th fret 3rd string and a 3rd finger on the 4th string of the 12th fret. So we do 10 on the 3rd, open 1st, 10 on the 3rd, 12 on the 4th, 10 on the 3rd, and then we bar the 2 strings on the 10th fret and hit the 4th string. Okay. After that, we jump down to the 3rd fret and do that same bar again. Then we slide from 5 to 7 this time on the 4th string. And then we do 5 on the G, or 5 on the 3rd string, 5 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 1st string, and then back to 5 on the 2nd string. So we jump up to the 6th fret on the same bar that we've been doing the top 3 strings, and then we slide from 8 to 10 on the 4th string, and then we go to 8 on the 3rd string, 9 on the 2nd string, 11 on the 1st string, and then 8 on the 2nd string. Okay. And we do two pan muted downstrokes and back to that bar on the 7th. And then we repeat that same lick that we just did, so all the way up to the bar on the 5th, and then we stop there to add in this new part. So I'll just run through that briefly. Okay, so that's it nice and slow. Once we've done the riff all the way through, we end up back at the start. At this point, we play the riff same way as before. Up to that point. So when you bar the 5th, you finish off that wee mini lick there. And instead of going to the 8 like we did before, this time we go to the 9. Okay, so after we hit the 9th bar, then we put our 1st and 2nd fingers on the 3rd and 4th strings of the 11th and 12th frets. Then we do 11th on the 3rd, open 1st, 11th on the 3rd, 12 on the 4th, 11th on the 3rd, open 2nd. And that leads us into our next wee riff. The next section is slightly faster, so we start off with the top 3 strings of the 2nd fret held by our fingers, and then the 1st finger goes on the 1st fret 3rd string. And we do 2 downstrokes of those 4 strings. I like to do my 1st downstroke, take my fingers off so they're resting on the strings, but muting them, and then bring them back down so they're not ringing out. Then we do our down up down on the open 6th string, and that's pan muted. Then we do down, fingers off, and then down again. Okay? The next bit goes like this. So that's just 1st string on the 3rd fret, 2nd string on the 1st fret, and then open 3rd string, and then bringing a pinky down on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. And then we slide that up to go into our next section. The next section is be a little bit trickier. So our middle finger goes on the 12th fret 4th string, and then we put our 1st finger down on the 5th string of the 11th fret and pull off to the open. Then we do pinky down on the 15th fret 4th string, and do the same again with the 11th going off to 0. And then we finish up there with our 3rd finger barring the top 2 strings on the 14th fret. So the next section is our 9th fret barring the top 2 strings, and then our pinky taking the 4th string on the 12th fret. And we slide this up to the 10th fret and the 14th this time. So our pinky kind of moves along 2 frets instead of just one that the 1st finger does. Okay. We then do 12 on the 2nd, 12 on the 3rd, open 4th string, and then 4th string on the 10th fret. And we slide down and repeat what we just did. Same as before. Oh, I should say that you strum the 10 and the 14 power chord. You strum that twice. And then when we come to this section, we do 12 on the 2nd and 3rd like before, but this time, after we do that 3rd string, we slide up to the 9th fret. And then we tap the 17th fret in the 3rd string and pull off to the 9th fret. Okay, so after we do our tap on the 17th fret, we jump up to this section. So same as before, we're just repeating that same lick. However, this time, instead of doing a power chord slide from the 9th fret, this time we do the 12th fret 6th string, hammer on to the 15th fret, and then we do 12 to 14, hammer on the 5th string, and slide down to the 11th fret on the same string. Then we do 12 on the top 2 strings, 1st fret on the top 2 strings, slide up to 11. And that'll lead us back into this. So that's the same as before, no change there. This time we do top 2 strings open, 11th fret on the top 2 strings, pan muted down up on the open strings, and then down onto the 14th fret, top 2 strings. Okay, and then we do our 12 to 15 hammer on, 12 to 14 hammer on, slide down to 11, and then from 11 we slide down to 7, we do 8 on the 6th string, and then jump down 1 string each and 2 frets to the 5th fret, 4th string, and the 5th string on the 6th fret. Okay, that takes us into this section. So we just repeat that twice, and then we slide from the 5th fret, top 3 strings, to the 8th fret, put a pinky down on the 2nd string of the 10th fret and a 3rd finger down on the 3rd string. And then tap onto the 2nd string of the 17th fret there. And then we do top 2 strings of the 3rd fret and slide back to our starting position. And this time we do the 15th fret, 11th fret, 14th fret, open strings, 6th fret, I think. And that leads us back to the starting position where we repeat everything again. So we do this again, all the way through like we did before. This time, when we get to this section, what we do, instead of repeating it like we just did, we go on to our, call it a bridge section or something, where it's just strumming. So we'll cover that now. The strumming section is relatively simple. So our first finger is on the 9th fret, 3rd string. Pinky is on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string of the 12th fret, and our middle finger is on the top 3 strings of the 10th fret. Our finger position doesn't change. The only thing that changes is where we are on the fretboard. So we strum this down, up, so 4 strums. And we slide down to the 6th fret with our middle finger. First finger's on the 5th fret, pinky is on the 8th fret. Same again, down, up. Then we slide down to the 1st, 2nd, and 4th frets and do down. Then we come back to the same starting position on the 10th fret, 9th fret, and the 12th fret. This time, however, we do 2 downstrokes, slide up to the 5th fret, 4th fret, and the 7th fret, 2 more downstrokes, and then we slide up to the 8th fret, 7th fret, and 10th fret. And that's us. So we do that twice, and then we go back into that section. And then we do that section, like the intro section, as we've just done. We do that full way round, and then that'll lead us into the next, I think it would be the verse, the second verse. On to the next section. So the second verse is similar to the first verse, but it's, it can get a bit confusing because it's so similar, but it is different at the same time. So we start off on the 7th fret. The way I played this, I didn't bar the top 3 strings like I did in the first verse. instead I just did the 6th string, so 7 on the 6th string, 9 slide up to 11 like we did before, except this time we do the 2nd string instead of the 3rd string on the 9th fret. We then go back to the 4th string on the 11th fret, and then 9th fret on the 4th string and the 3rd string by barring our 1st finger. Then we do 11 on the 6th string, 13 on the 4th string, slide up to 14, 12 on the 2nd string, then we do 13 on the 4th string, 13 on the 3rd string, and 14 on the 4th string. Okay, back down to 7 on the 6th string. Same way as we did before, no change there. Then we do 10 on the 6th string this time, 12 slide to 14 on the 4th string, back to the 4th string on the 14, 12 on the 4th string, 12 on the 3rd string, and then back to 14 on the 4th string. Okay. Next we jump down to the 5th string. Same pattern as the going from the 7th fret, so 5th fret 6th string, slide 7th fret to 9th fret, 7th fret on the 2nd string, 9th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret on the 3rd string, and we end it there, and then we go on to the next section. On to the 8th fret, the 6th string. And then we do the same pattern as we did from the 10th fret, so 8th fret on the 6th string, slide from 10 to 12 on the 4th string, 10 on the 2nd string, 12 on the 4th string, 10 on the 4th string, 10 on the 3rd string, 12 on the 4th string again. Okay. 3rd fret, 6th string. Same pattern as before, so 6th string, slide from 5 to 7, 2nd string, 4th string, 4th string on the 5th fret, and then 3rd string on the 5th fret. Then we jump up to the 6th fret, 6th string. Same pattern as before, going from the 7th fret, etc. So this time it's 6th fret, 6th string, slide from 8 to 10, 8th fret, 2nd string, 10th fret, 4th string, 4th and 3rd strings on the 8th fret, and then 10th fret, 4th string. There's a pattern here. Okay, and then we do 2 downstrokes like we did in verse 1, back to 7th fret, and then we repeat that section again. And just like before, when we get to the 5th fret, we do the lick that surrounds the 5th fret, but after we're done that, instead of going to the 8th fret, we once again go to the 9th fret. And then we jump up to there. So 9th fret, 6th string, 11th fret to 12th fret on the 4th string, 10th fret on the 2nd string, 12th on the 4th, 11th on the 4th and 3rd, and then 12th on the 4th string. And we jump up to this shape we did earlier. So we do the same kind of bridge as before, exactly the same, all the way up to the tapping on the 17th fret, 3rd string. However, instead of going into that bit that we did before, instead we just repeat this section. You'll hear it on the song when you listen to it. So after we do our tap on the 17, we just go back to and we do that all over again. And then that will lead us into a kind of solo section, which is very difficult. I struggle with it quite a bit anyway. Okay, right. That brings us on to the solo section. So we start this off by barring the 9th fret on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings with our first finger. Our middle finger is on the 2nd string of the 10th fret, and we pull off to the 9th fret from here. Then we go from the 9th fret to the 11th on the 4th string. And we do this twice. Okay? After we do that, we take our pinky over to the 2nd string on the 12th fret. We pull off the 9th fret, and then we do the same 9 to 11 on the 4th string. And we do that twice as well. After that, then we repeat that section. However, on the second time that we pull off from 12 to 9, what we want to do is drop our index finger down so it's just holding the first, the second string on the 9th fret. Pull off, hammer on to 10, pull off to 9. Want to do 11 on the 3rd string, 9 on the 2nd, back to 11 on the 3rd string. Then 9 on the 3rd string, 11 on the 3rd string. Then 9 on the 2nd, 12 on the 2nd, pull off to 9, hammer on 10, hammer on 12. Want to drop a pinky down so it's covering the first string on the 12th fret. And then we want to pull off 9, hammer on 10, hammer on 11, hammer on 12, pull off 11, pull off 10, pull off 9. Okay? I want to do the same thing on the string above. So on the 2nd string, 12, pull off 9, hammer on 10, 11, 12, pull off 11, pull off 10, pull off 9. Okay? Same thing. On the 3rd string, we're starting on the 8th fret this time, and our pinky is on the 11th fret. But it's the same pattern as before. Okay, when we move up to the 4th string this time, our index finger is actually on the 7th fret this time, so it's a bit more of a stretch. However, it's the same pattern, so pull off from 11 to 7, hammer on to 9, hammer on to 10, hammer on to 11, pull off to 10, pull off to 9, pull off to 7. Okay? On the 5th string, we want to do 11, 9, 7. And then 7, we've already done 7 on the 5th string, so we want to move on to the 4th string on the 9th fret. back to the 5th string, back to the 4th string. Second time we hit the 4th string, we slide up to 11. We play the 3rd string on the 9th fret and the 2nd string on the 12th fret. Okay. Then we want to do 9, 11, 13. I recommend using your 3rd finger instead of your pinky. I find it easier. You do what you want. But you want to do 9, 11, 13 on the 3rd string. Then you want to quickly jump down to the 1st string on the 12th fret. And you want to do 12, hammer on 14, hammer on 16, tap 19, pull off the 16, pull off the 14, pull off the 12. Then we jump back to our 9th fret and do the same again. 9, 11, 13. And then we do the same again on the 12, 14, 16, and 19. And then that's it. So that's a solo. Following on from the solo, we have this kind of outro section. So we start off on the 12th fret 2nd string. And we do down, up, before sliding to the 13th fret and doing the same again. We then briefly slide up to the 16th fret and then back down to the 11th fret. And we pluck the 11, hammer on 12, pull off 11, and then slide down to the 9th fret. After we slide down, we pick it once more and then add some vibrato on there. Okay. The next section, we slide straight back up to 12 and do the same again. Except this time we pick the 16, we pick it twice. Slide up to 19, very briefly, and then back down to the 12. Pick that, okay. And we slide down to the 8th fret, slide up to 10, down to 8, up to 10, and we finish on 12, okay. Whoops. Then we repeat, so we do both parts again. So that's twice each. And then the first part, which sounds like this, we do that one more time for a total of 3 times. So this time when we end on this 9 on the 2nd, we slide down and then we grab the 9 on the 3rd string and then we take the 8 on the 3rd string as well. Then we move up to the 4th string, same again, so 9, 8, 9 on the 5th string. And you slide 9, 11, 14, 13. Then from the 13, we slide down to the 6. Either slide up to the 7 or hammer on, and then back down to the 6. And we do slide down to the 2nd fret, up to the 4th, down to the 2nd, down to the 1st, up to the 2nd, up to the 13th, and then we bend. Nice slow bend there. and that'll take us to the end of the song. Okay? So that's been the lesson. Please check out the cover video if you haven't already. It might help you with visualizing some of this. Some of the lesson. If you have any questions or comments, or you think anything's wrong, just drop it in the comments below and help out the next person to do the lesson. If not, then thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks.